Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going. I'm tired today. I feel like after the whole holiday weekend, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. So we had a pretty good weekend. Yesterday was shopping. I ended up taking one of my children shopping, got some clothes. We got mostly clothes for them. And then came home and we just watched some TV shows. I made spaghetti earlier in the morning before we went to church. So when we came home, they had spaghetti. And then I had to laugh. I pulled out, I was like, we're gonna have some ice cream treats. So remember those Magnum ice cream bars I got? Okay, I bought Magnum ice cream bars at the discount store and they were dairy-free. So in my head, I was thinking they were a dairy-free brand. So when I went to the grocery store, which you probably already saw, and you're like, Amy, those weren't dairy-free. Yeah, I didn't see that because when I'm filming and talking to you, sometimes I'm not paying attention to everything going on. So anyways, I bought these nice Magnum like ice cream bars thinking, oh, it's there. I think they were like $6. They were a lot for these 3 ice cream sandwiches. I'm like, that will be nice. I'll give those to the dairy-free kids and then we'll get the Klondike bars. Remember that? Okay, so I went to go give that to the kids and I was like looking, I'm like, wait a minute. They're like, what kind of ice cream is this? I'm like, it says vanilla ice cream. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's not dairy-free. So I realized that I did not purchase dairy-free and that Magnum has multiple kinds of ice cream, but they do have a dairy-free version. So it was the failure mommy moment. So we enjoyed them. They were really good, by the way. But I was like, wow, these are like $2 for like a tiny little square of ice cream. I said, you guys are eating some expensive ice cream right there. So anyways, we had that. And then later about 7 o'clock, they were a little bit hungry and us, so let's just do mac and cheese. So we made mac and cheese in a box. Maddie made it for us and had some dairy-free and had the regular. And that was our evening. Went to bed, ended up watching The Bishop's Wife. Watched that to fall asleep too. And then it was a tiring night. Just, it was long. So I was like, I got up today. I didn't even get up early. I planned on getting up super early today and that did not happen. And I'm like, it's like 7:30 and I'm like, I've got to get going because it's Monday. We have school, we have life to do and I'm behind and that's okay. So it's going to be the cleaning up after you're exhausted from the holidays and that's okay. We're going to get stuff done. If it doesn't all get done, guess what? It can get done tomorrow. It can get done the next week. That's how it works. So I'm going to put an earbud in and stop yapping. And I'm going to stop yapping and just get cleaning up my house because there's a lot to do and I'm a little bit behind. But how to eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So like right now I'm looking at my kitchen going, all right, what do? We just start working. We start working and get one day at a time. I'm going to get the kitchen cleaned up. It's mostly like stuff sitting out, from, it'll just be cleaned up. It's yesterday's food, the wrappers, the dishes, all the good stuff. So it's gonna be a great day. Let's get some stuff cleaned up in our home. Okay, let's go. First thing, I'm thinking my dishes need to get cleaned up here. So I think the dishwasher is full. Oh, actually, you know what? It is not full. Oh, yay, good deal. I was thinking this was full. I'm gonna put as many dishes as I can in here and then I'll fill the sink up with soapy water. And I also have to fill up my soap dispenser as well. So get those dishes. We did, I mean, it's not too many. It's a sink full. It's not like a crazy amount, but there's still dishes. Maybe we can try to fit as many as we can in the dishwasher. Mom's little tip for the holidays for December, I would recommend investing in paper plates. I feel like spending $20 in paper plates would be a huge sanity saver this month. Just this month, give yourself the gift of paper plates. I feel like that would be a huge helper in your life. I know in mine we have a bunch, so it's gonna be my sanity this month. Okay, does anybody else not have a garbage disposal? I know it saves on the septic, so I am thankful we do not have one, but sometimes I'm like, I just rather put my food down here and chop it all up. So reaching into the sink and grabbing out the tiny pieces of corn. I'm like, it's the only time I'm like, I wish that everybody would put everything in the trash, but that just does not happen and that's okay. So do most of you not have a garbage disposal? Maybe, I don't know, I think it's more of a hassle and like I said, cuts down on the septic fill up, so I think it works for when you live in the country. It's good. Okay, there's a lot in my pantry here of like odd and end things and food that was been in here for a long time that nobody has eaten. And it's time I'm gonna pass some of it along and some is going to the trash. It's just things that were left open that got stale, that kind of stuff. So I'm just cleaning it out here. There's a few things I need to like restock it. There's a few things like our pasta and stuff I need to refill, but I'll do that another day. So I'm gonna try to use as much as I can in my pantries and my freezers and use that kind of stuff, but also accumulate a few things, but just mostly use up a lot of the random things in here. So there was a few things like the corn nuts I got. Now we like real corn nuts. The corn nuts, I bought these at the Hopi Company, and they're more like remains of like a Cheeto deep fried. So it was okay. It's just not like a real corn nut. So don't even like them. Don't even like them. And I was like, we'll see. I'll see if I can pass along something I don't like to somebody else. And then I had 2 bags of these iced molasses cookies. My kids do not like molasses. I do. 1 bag will be plenty to eat, and the other one I can pass along. I think somebody else might enjoy those as well. So just going through, I've been looking at these big containers of cereal that we've had in here, and I'm like, oh my goodness, nobody's even eaten the chocolate. How sad. Like, that was all they wanted. Now they don't even want it, but we might make them into little Rice Krispie treats you guys mentioned making. And I don't love the cereal so much into like Rice Krispie treats, except Rice Krispies, because I feel like it gets soggy and just doesn't taste awesome. I don't know. That's just me, maybe. I don't know. So it's all good. It's all in here. It's good. So just cleaning out, kind of picking up, going, okay, what do I got to do in here just to kind of make it a little bit better in here? So going through, I got to refill things, but we'll do that another day. So does cleaning to Christmas music make it better? I don't know. I feel like we do the same thing on every Monday. Well, most of the time, and it's pretty much the same cleanup. And I'm like, well, maybe it'll make a difference if there's Christmas music in the background, because then you can put it on while you're cleaning your stuff at home, and it's a little bit better than the same old music that you listen to from these videos. So okay, microwave is very dirty today. I was like, oh my goodness, lots of pieces in there. I just sprayed it, let it sit, and then wiping the stove off. Tiny little pieces of food, a lot of like rinsing and wiping and picking up the crumbs, but that's okay. Like I said, we didn't clean this weekend, and we cooked, and I didn't bother to pick anything up, and I'm okay with that. So I just have a little bit more today to do. So just cleaning it out in here, wiping everything down, and then having to go back and just drying it off or whatever so it doesn't streak. But for the most part, it's pretty good. So just cleaning and wiping. You know, that's when you live in a house and you cook food in there, it makes messes and things get dirty. So that's what we're doing, is wiping down. And I say, yuck, I feel like this piece has been loose, and I'm like, I need to pull this out and clean under here. I've never taken this off, but I know stuff gets down here. So yeah, I just pulled it off, and yuck, sure enough, yuck. Disappointed in myself. There was grapes in here that I paid $6 for at Sam's Club, and one of these bags of salad that we didn't even eat. Yuck, oh my goodness, and they went bad. I don't mind throwaway food that, you know, milk, things like that go bad, but like when you buy fresh vegetables and fruit and you pay a little bit more money, you're like, oh, I hate that I had to throw these away. So I had to pitch some grapes, had to pitch the salad. I'm going to save the nuts and the berries and the dressing, because I could make my own stuff with that. Dishes weren't too bad, mostly bigger things, so they washed up real quick. Now, like, if there's something that's the food is stuck on, just let it soak. That's gonna eventually come off like that. I guess I haven't looked into the Dawn power washer or the spray bottle thing that's supposed to like eat away the food. It probably does the same thing if you just let it sit. So it's more like, is it more like it instantly takes it off? I don't know, but I feel like if you just let it sit, come back to it in 5 minutes, it will make a huge difference in being able to wipe it off. So if you have any pans, just let them soak. Sometimes I put a dishwashing crystal pod in there, or some dishwashing crystals if you have some, the powder detergent, and just let it soak. It'll eventually just wipe right off and make it so easy. The longer you let it soak, the better it is. I remember one time I burned a stainless steel pot on the bottom, like burned, like blackened, burned. I would think I was doing apples. And so I tried everything to get off. Greg was even going to take like his little DA sander, try to sand it off. It was burnt on there. What was I thinking? This was way back in the day. So all I did was put water in it, and like every day I would dump it out and put fresh water with soap. And I did that for like 4 or 5 days. Eventually that whole like big black pile of whatever was burned on there, I think it was apples, like I said, just peeled right off. And I was like, okay, just let it soak. Eventually it will come off. Okay, loving our trash can still. We changed from the closed trash can, you know, where the brown one we used to have. Love that. And then lost the piece in the front. And it required a big trash bag. These actually work pretty good. This is a little bit more manageable for our family. And the trash weight, because we have a dumpster now, it's just easier to take smaller bags versus large bags. So this works. We dump it maybe once a day. Not always. It's not always once a day. So I just have to the top does get dirty because, you know, food and stuff. So I just have to wipe it down. Oh my goodness, kale stinks. Does kale not smell like a poopy diaper? Oh yeah, it smells like a poopy diaper. Especially kale it's kale gone bad. Stinks. I'm like, phew, that stinks. Yeah, it'll be dumped out today. Don't worry. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee here for this morning. So the kids are loving this little area over here. They love hot cocoa packets. I had to laugh. I'm like, they have a lot. Like, we go through one of those, remember I got those boxes for like $5 at the discount store? There's 90 packs, and I'm like, we can definitely go through that box in just a few weeks. But I'm like, but in reality, if there's, 6 kids eating hot cocoa, that's only like 8 times, like, because it's 6 times 8 is 48, so that's only like 8 times having hot cocoa. So, and if they have it, a few times a week, then in a few weeks that box is gone. But it's loving it. I do make it, have made it. The packets seem to be better because it's good for the ones that do dairy-free. I know it must have milk powder in it, obviously, but for some reason it doesn't bother their tummies like I usually use like a, dry milk in mine. So, hey, it works. Maybe they don't. I guess I'd have to look at the ingredients on there. So this is good. I need to fill up my little marshmallows tin, some candy canes, but this is working good over here. Still fill up my coffee pods here. I feel like this is the best thing to do, is just take and fill up your coffee pods. So I use my Mavericks coffee, which is delicious, by the way. Look in the link in the description. They give you a free bag of coffee. Great for the holidays. Yes, I'm promoting it because it is delicious coffee, and I know a lot of you have gotten it and they say it's the best coffee. So I'm going to promote it because I love it. And that's what I put in here for my flavors. So we have an apple one in here now, and then I also have the apple streusel one, which is good, and then the Midnight Ride. Midnight Ride is like probably my favorite. It's a staple, and that is the free bag that they give you, which is awesome. So Christmas gift idea, Mavericks coffee. Go check them out, link below. You can get the free bag of coffee. For some reason I did not think they love candy canes. Well, I got this humongous, I'm talking humongous container on the discount store last Christmas. Candy canes last forever. They will last a year for sure. The date is not expired. So I bought it for like $5 right after Christmas and stored it. And I'm pulling it out now, and they are loving it. So I'm like, okay, we're making a huge dent in our container. I just keep filling this up, and it's great to have with hot cocoa. Here's the living room. We got a little bit of picking up to do. The puzzle is in the middle here. We are making a dent in the puzzle. I realize I'm not good at puzzles. Puzzles probably require some kind of something, I don't know, not deductive reasoning, but some kind of spatial something that I don't even know, but it is not my gifting. So what I did, I sat here, I'm like, well, what I can do is take all the puzzle pieces and put them the right way, at least. So the ones that can do this can do it. So we sat a little bit this weekend and did some. We'll probably do more, obviously, through the week when we're doing our school and stuff, when we're listening to stories, things like that. So I know we're going to start a Christmas study on like the history of Christmas in America. Hopefully, I ordered everything this weekend, so hopefully the stuff will get here this week and next week, so we can this week, so we can start the next week. So I was just a little bit behind, and I'm like, ooh, I need to order that stuff. So just a little bit of picking up out here, not too bad. It stayed pretty clean, just pillows and blankets, but for the most part, it stays clean. My kids are getting older, and the house does stay picked up. And then the puzzle, I think the worst was Maxine ran across it, and I was like, broke some pieces off here, but it's good. So I'm just going to check the floor, make sure there's no tiny pieces that fell off, because we'll put it together and go, there's a piece missing. And it was probably because of Maxine. All right, laundry. You didn't think we'd get along with a Monday without doing laundry. Usually I keep up on it pretty good. Might just do a load. So, you know what my favorite thing I did? My absolute favorite thing I did in the last few months is hang up my clothesline. Absolutely, hands down, my favorite thing I've done. Because, like, the dryer just takes so long with the towels. I do not like my dryer. I do not like the way it dries. You know, if I have to use it, I'll use it, but I just don't like how long it takes. I love my old school one that literally melted my clothes, but it dried really fast. So I got used to that speed of it. Now I'm like, oh my goodness, an hour and a half for towels. I can't do that. So I love hanging my laundry out. Absolutely love it. So and especially in the winter, which the summer, I don't mind it sometimes because if the sun is really hot, it's good, but usually it's very muggy here. So you have to watch when you actually hang things out. Spring, there's a lot of pollen. Fall, there's a lot of pollen. So you just have to be careful when you hang things out. Winter, there's nothing. Everything is dead and there's a drier air. So things dry quickly, especially if there's a little bit of a wind, and if there's sunshine, it dries so much quicker. So I am absolutely loving my clothesline on my deck. So I'm going to get a load of towels done because even if it's small, because that is something I will definitely hang out today. Okay, I was thinking about I should stock my pantry, but I'm not going to. I was gonna, I kept grabbing things. I'm like, I'll go put those and fill up the pantry, but not right now. That's another day. That's something else I can do. I just gotta focus on cleaning and getting this done because I gotta start school for the day. So as much as I want to, I'm like, you know what? I'll put in my head. I do like filling my containers and things. I will do that later. First and foremost is getting the house picked up so we can start our day for school. I'm using wipes to clean. I never thought I would use wipes to clean. I feel like they're expensive and a waste when you can just use a cloth. Yeah, I did. So don't feel like you have to go buy wipes. Reason I got these is because I got them for less than $1 a container at the discount store. And we bought a bunch. And I'm like, you know what? Simplify my life right now. I can use a wipe. This is okay to wipe things down. So you do what you can do in your life. I'm like, we've changed. I was just using my Norwex cloths, which I absolutely love. That's another great Christmas gift idea. The Enviro cloth and the window cloth. Two of my most favorite cloths I would recommend getting. And so I was like, you know, it's okay. It's what I have. I have a ton of them in my closet here. Every time we go, they still have some, so I'm like, I need to pick up some more. So I am, and just wiping things down. For the most part, my shower is staying clean, so I'm going to put a magic eraser in there, and then tomorrow when I take a shower, I'll clean it. I'm good with that. My spray bottle here with bleach. Don't you hate when you buy the cheapy bottle and you don't use it up, and the spray bottle, you know, gets deteriorated from the bleach so it doesn't spray, so you have to push it out manually and pull back. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna put some bleach in here and then use my toilet brush. Like I said, it's staying clean, and just do a quick wipe down. It's not that dirty. This bathroom does not get used that much, so most of it is me, so there's not a lot of mess in here. Okay, so I've got most of my cleaning done. I still have to mop the floor in that, but again, eventually I will get to that today. So I'm gonna go sit down and do my group time with my kids, because that to me is the most important. Besides a clean house, besides the dishes done, is getting that time in. So I'm gonna go do that right now, and then I'll be back in a little bit and figure out the rest of my day. But for now, I'm gonna go sit for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Find out how long it takes us, so I'll be back. Okay, so we have done our group school, what we needed to get done. We're gonna go back and do some more this afternoon, but for right now, I'm gonna take a break, hang some laundry because the air is crisp, it's chilly, and the sun is out, so it will dry really nice. So I need to put on my list clothespins. I'm missing a lot of clothespins. I've got run out of space here, but jeans, that's another thing. It takes up a lot of dryer energy, so hanging those outside. So I've just kind of spread these out over here. There wasn't many towels, which is awesome. I know I got more downstairs, so I'm gonna go in and do some more. So we are doing good. We got all of our chores done finally. I was able to mark them all up. I had to go down the garage and pick up a few things because there was a little bit of a mess in there. I'm like, how does it get so messy? But we were working outside in the yard. So I just had a little bit to clean up. Kids are down doing the animal cages, and then very small chores, like everything else is done. It's like towels hang up. I have another little laundry put out. So I've just got the younger ones here today for lunch. So we had spaghetti. So I'm gonna put some of this in the microwave so we can heat it up for lunch today. And then we are gonna go sit and do more of our school. We did like our Christmas stuff beforehand and got some of that like together time, did some talking, discussing what we're gonna do for the week, all those good things. But I'm gonna go continue to do the individual and the other group stuff that we do, our apologia, that kind of school, our Bible, that kind of stuff that we're gonna do. So let me heat this up in a bowl, and then we're gonna continue on with our day. It's gonna be a good day. Been a busy day. We still have to do our group schooling. The kids are kind of off doing their thing, and I'm like, you know what? It's sunny. They're outside. I'm not going to take that away from them. So I'm going to get dinner rolling. We're going to do tacos tonight because I have some tortillas left, and tacos are always super easy. I think I'm going to do. And tacos are delicious. And tacos are delicious, and they're like a staple. So we have these crushed up Doritos. I keep wanting to make like the Dorito chip casserole, and I never do. And I thought this is always good whenever you're making, like when you go to Taco Bell and get the Dorito taco. Really good. So this is good to sprinkle on top. So I'm going to make tacos. So I'm going to cook some rice. I'm going to do meat and beans because I've got a huge can right here of refried beans. So I'm going to open this up, put this in a microwavable dish, not all of this, and put the rest in the freezer. And then I'm going to do a lot of rice because we really like that Indian rice. Wasn't that good? That Indian rice, we made this, I think I did do it for video. It was on Saturday, I think it was. Love it. Everybody loved it. So I'm going to make a lot of rice. Not today, I won't do it today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'm not sure, probably Thursday. Thursday's a little bit busier for us, and so thinking that would be a good thing. So I'll make a bunch of rice here, and then I'll just put it in the refrigerator until we're ready to have it. Next phase over here is gonna be my meat. Okay, I haven't made that much rice in a long time. I was like, that was a lot of rice. I did, how many cups of water? 10 cups of water? So I had 5 cups of rice. No, 6 cups of rice. 2, 4, 6 cups of rice, 12 cups of water. So it'll be a lot, because I think we did the 4 cups of rice. So I think it was, yeah, I'm thinking how much we made last time. So that'll be good. Normally they like the flavored rice for tacos, but I'm gonna keep that out because I have to make the big pot for everything else. So it'll be good. Maybe I can stir it in afterwards. So this is just gonna cook. I'm gonna get a top for the meat as well. So this will go in the microwave. I'm gonna put a paper plate over it because I don't have any more parchment paper. Well, I do have parchment paper. I don't have any wax paper sheets. And then this is gonna go in the freezer because that's a lot. These refried beans freeze really well. Very easy. So that will go in here. I'm not gonna worry about cleaning that up in there. And then I'm just sitting here thinking, I was talking to Maddie. I'm like, it's just her and I right now. It's just Maddie and I right now. And I'm like, what should we do? And I'm like, I have a ton of apples that we have not been eating. We do eat them, but just not like...
The apples are delicious.
They're delicious, but I know they're gonna go bad before we actually eat them. So I'm thinking, I wrote down to do dried apples. So I'm like, you know what? What if we do a bunch of dried apples right now? One of you said I can put in my oven, and I do have a dehydrate feature in my oven, but my thought is that's like gas and you have to run it for like 8 hours, 10 hours. I feel like that's a long time for your oven to be on. But I could be wrong. So is it better to leave my oven running or do it in the electric dehydrators? I don't know.
Just chop up the apples and put them in the thing.
We're gonna put them in the dehydrator. So I'm gonna go down the garage, get those dehydrators, and Maddie and I are gonna do the apples. Okay, so I don't have a ton of apples, but there is some. I filled, and we've got some in there. So what I did is I took the ones in our refrigerator and I had them like in my big giant drawer. I took those out, filled the small drawer, and it's full, and I'm like, of the refrigerator. I'm like, that will work to have enough. So these are gonna be really tiny apple slices. Like we went to the Shadrack's Light Show. I took a glass jar of dehydrated apples and we ate the whole thing. It was so good. It was so good with the cinnamon and sugar. So I want to do that again. So I'm going to, it'll be tiny. They're going to be tiny. So I'm going to core them, slice them really thin, and then we will sprinkle cinnamon sugar on them and then put them into our food dehydrator and let them hydrate for a long time until they're nice and crispy. Citric acid instead of lemon juice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do round. Like last time I just cored them and sliced them really thin. I just don't know if most of the apple's going to be gone or what if I do slices. So I'll see as I can. Okay, so all these apples, I was thinking maybe they'd be kind of too, like small. They were smaller Pink Lady apples, but they're actually not too bad. So just slicing them thin, coating them with cinnamon sugar, put them in here. These will be great. They'll be a lot tinier than my other ones, but they might make really great gifts to add like when we do little packets, like food packets and things for our neighbors and friends and things like that. So they're delicious. They're, like I said, they sat and they got real crispy and then they were so good when we were eating them. I'm like, oh, I forgot how delicious these are. Even we did the fruit roll-up ones too, and those were really good. I still have a whole jar of those. I only have one more jar of the apples. So unfortunately, I think this entire oven will probably make one jar of apples. And so just because there is, they shrink down in size, but they're delicious and yummy. It'll be good. Okay, so I had to come outside, so I got, the first load of laundry was dry. These I just hung on the rails, they're still wet, so I'm gonna hang these up. So it's kind of not, it's like getting kind of dreary outside. The clouds are coming in, so these might take a little bit longer to dry, but it's the afternoon, it's about 2 o'clock. So we got all those apples done. I was able to get all of them cut up. We did end up like with one bowl just to eat, so I thought I'll leave them on the counter because they're covered with the citric acid, so they shouldn't turn brown, and they can just eat them. So those are in the dehydrator, and I'm like, okay, we did something with those. I wasn't planning on doing that today, but that's one plus of something else done. So boys are down jumping on the trampoline down there. If you hear them screaming, they're down there having fun. And then Madeline is inside, and it's just her and I. So I said, would you like to wrap some Christmas presents? And she said yes. So I went and bought some presents for a child yesterday with them, and so I said, well, you can wrap their presents if you want. So she's in there wrapping those right now, and then I'm gonna go in and finish dinner. So dinner is finished, and then screaming, and then our day is gonna be good. I'm thinking the rest of my day is a lot of stuff I have to do at my desk. So that's a lot of paperwork, which is not very exciting for you guys, but maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. I guess I'll see how the rest of my day is, because I am tired. I feel like it's been a long day, so we're gonna see. The sun's come back out, yes. Get that sunshine back out. So I'm gonna go back in and then get dinner going. So my taco meat is all cooked, so I'm gonna turn it back on because I shut it off while I was doing the apples and just kind of smash it down a little bit with my meat masher. There's not a lot of meat, but most of what the kids are gonna put on their burrito is gonna be beans, because they don't mind taco meat, but I think that the refried beans are gonna be like a better choice. So this is good here. I'm gonna get this, let me throw it in my sink. Put this on here, and then put some water in here. And then that's gonna be good for taco meat. The rice should be good. Oh yeah, rice is good. Look at that big thing of rice right there. That'll be a huge pot of rice. I will make a bunch of rice dishes this week. That's a little too much water. I don't need that much water. Let me get my spurtles over here. Just kind of stir this. And that'll be good. So we'll have the meat, the beans, which we'll put in the microwave, and then I'll get some lettuce out and chop it. And I have cheese. I might have some in the freezer, so let me look in there. Okay, I actually have dairy-free Mexican style shred, so I'm excited for that. That'll be for my dairy-free group. This is like a mixed kind. This will be good. It's just frozen salad. We'll let that thaw out a little bit. And then I've got some lettuce back here. I'm gonna take this and just cut this up a little bit, and then that's it for tacos, right? Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna do salsa and chips too. Because I have a lot of, we have 2 jars of salsa open. Family, that's okay. That happens. We have a lot of those blue corn, like I got a lot of the specialty tortilla chips, like the blue corn one when we went to the discount store. And like it's more for just having with like salsa or something. So I did pull one of those out the other day, and then they ate it with it, and they really like the salsa. So I'll probably just do that for tonight. Perfect. That's gonna be good right there. Here, let's chop the lettuce. Okay, food is done in the kitchen. It smells so delicious in here. I got my one over here and one down here. So it smells really, really good in here. Maddie's out here and she is doing I'm gonna grab my water here. Water on my phone. I think I'm gonna pull some of this footage off of here so that I can kind of start an editing. Maddie's over here. She's doing good. Look at that.
If you're Evan or Brooklyn, don't watch this.
Don't watch this. I've already warned my kids. I was like, don't anybody watch Friday's video. And then so they were like, Mom, I watched Friday's video. I'm like, don't do that to your mom. So this is the puzzle. We got this we've been working on our puzzle here. Not too bad. A little bit more work, but we will get there. So I'm gonna come over here. Look at Maxine. She's like, I'm loving life right here. She's like, I need some comfort. I'm gonna come over here and sit at my desk for a little bit with our little Christmas scene on here. And I'm gonna pull footage off for today and edit a little bit. All right, so I've been sitting at my desk here for about an hour. Editing takes a long time. It takes a long time to edit. So I have been editing, getting this done. I have to run outside real quick and get my laundry that's out there because it's gonna start it's like 4. So, you know, the sun goes down the mountain, it gets a little chilly. And then I have to go get Jaden, pick her up from work. And I think we're gonna run to the post office and the library. I think we're going to. I think there's a few things there. So we're gonna run, we might as well while we're out. So we're gonna go do that right now, and I won't bring you because you guys always come. Or should I bring you? Should I bring you? Do you guys want to come? I don't know. Do you want to? I'll bring you. It's literally like driving there and picking. So I won't bring you. Driving there, we're gonna go to the library. I'm gonna pick up the few things we have, pick up Jaden and run to the post office, and then come back home and then get dinner I guess it's all ready. Maybe I should put it in my oven and turn it on warm. I probably should do that. We'll have a nice dinner tonight. So it's been a good Monday. I'm tired. I feel tired. I was like editing my video. I'm like, oh, I look like I'm like exhausted. I am exhausted. I'm tired. So I would like my day to come to an end sooner than later. So Mondays are long days for me every day. Monday's a long day. Fridays are a long day if I film all day and then edit because it takes a long time. So, but you know what? I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. It's gonna be a new day, right? It's like it's okay. It's quite all right. So, I still have to do school. We did not finish up our school. The boys have been outside all day, like all day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna call them in. They're out enjoying fresh air, and so I'm like, that's okay. So when the sun goes down, it gets freezing. They're gonna come in, then we're gonna be finishing up our school because you know that's when we do it, and we still have. I mean, it's only 4. By the time we get home, it'd be about 4:30. So we still have 4 or 5 more hours till I fall asleep. 4 hours until I fall asleep. So it's gonna be good. So I'm going to go outside real quick and grab that stuff outside, bring it in before it gets too damp. All right, so I got back. This is gonna be dinner. I pulled out these ones. These are sweet chili tortilla chips, and then we have a little bit of blue corn, that with the salsa. And then we're gonna have tortillas, foldable tortillas, and in the oven I have beef, beans, and I have nacho cheese. There's rice, spaghetti. We didn't even really eat the spaghetti, which is I guess a good thing. There's lettuce, cheese, sour cream, salsa. I'm telling you everything we're gonna put on it, and I have dairy-free cheese. So that's it. That's gonna be dinner. We're not eating it right now. I am going to actually, the kids, they still want to play outside and do stuff outside. So I was like, you know what? Here, let me go to my desk. What I am going to do tonight is the boys wanted to stay outside and play. So I was like, okay, it's still sunny. They're still having fun. So, I don't want to like say, oh, you have to come in. We have to work. Because we can work. It's going to get dark in like an hour and they're going to be inside for the evening. So what I'm going to do is finish my video for today. That means completely edit it, be done with it, export it, and not touch it anymore. And then when they come in, we're going to eat dinner. And then we will sit and do our school that we did not get done today, get our group school done. And then I think I'm gonna call it a day. I have a list of stuff that I did not do, and that is quite all right. I did do a lot, but most of it is gonna go till tomorrow. And I'm okay with that. I was like, you know what? That's okay. It's gonna go tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. I'll probably feel more well rested and feel better tomorrow, but just today I'm just tired and I'm ready to be done. Maddie said she wanted to watch Little Men, so I said, well, you can watch it on Amazon Prime tonight, or I ended up watching I found another movie called Christmas Story. It's on YouTube for free, and it talks the story about orphan boy, but basically like the story, it was very realistic. I'm like, this is really good, and worked out good, and ended up being the story kind of like of Saint Nicholas. And then at the end, it kind of like he turned into Santa Claus and flew away. So kind of like, I was like, the beginning was really good, and like you wanted to stay watching it, and then the end I was like, oh, that was just weird thrown in the end, but still good movie. So I thought, well, we can watch that as well too. So we're gonna see what we're gonna watch tonight. So that's gonna be our evening tonight. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully I got you some motivation to clean with Christmas music and get some things done. I know myself, I'm looking forward to bed and a pillow. Bed and a pillow. So have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be awake and feel a lot more on fire for my day. So I'm like, okay, I've only gotten 5 more hours till bedtime. That's what I'm looking forward to. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember, you are designed, you are created, and you are selected by God to do great, wonderful things. I'm gonna see you tomorrow with another video. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Christmas decorated in town. Among all the tinsel and lights, I'm strolling around, just wondering where you have gone to. Are you just around the corner?